Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome. Hello, hello. Hope everyone is having a good day so far on this hot Thursday. On this hot Thursday. And as you come in, say hello so I'll know who's on with me and give a little bit more time for people to come on. Hope everyone had an awesome day. It's one more day to Friday. So that's a plus. It's one more day. Just one more day to Friday. You made it through. You made it through to Thursday. Then you got one more day before Friday. Hello. So, again, I am Peaches, and I would like to welcome you all to S.O.P. Presents Tidbits with Peaches, which is going to be a 30-minute thing that we're going to do every Thursday. Um, Looking forward to meeting people and reaching out to people to just connecting. And I always like to do a recap before we start on what we're going to discuss today. So we talked about owning your stuff, dealing so you can heal. We talked about trauma, allowing your trauma to push you into your purpose. Um, we know that some things in life are going to be hard and it'll take you some time to get over it. But the more you begin to talk about it and the more you begin to deal with it, the sooner you'll see yourself being more open to other things. That won't keep you stuck and keep you in that particular situation. So that's what we've talked about thus far. So today I want to talk a little bit about seasons and changes. Seasons, that everything has a season, even summer, winter, spring, and fall. They don't last always. They have their particular time, their particular setting. We know that in December is going to be snowing and cold. We know in summertime, like between July and August, it's going to be hot. But those seasons don't last. But they have to happen in order for the earth to grow. And for things to happen, we have to have different seasons. Just like in your life, you're going to have different seasons. You're going to have a season where you feel like you're down. You're going to have the season where you're up because you have to grow. You'll never be sad all the time. You'll never be always angry or always down. Those are seasons. To everything, there's a season. There's a season. Right now, you may be in a season where you just feel like you're so overwhelmed. Or you may feel like, Lord, I'm praying, but where are you? But you have to endure some of those seasons to get to the next level. So you can't always have good days. We have to understand that life is going to be life. But in the midst of having life, you have to be able to deal with the good days and the bad days. Even when it's bad, you still got to stop and think that I'm still here. He woke me up, so I'm still here. I may be having a bad day, but I'm still here. I'm going to rethink this thing. This didn't go the way I want it to go, but it doesn't have to end that way. It may have started that way, but I'm not going to allow it to end that way. So where you woke up and things took a left turn, but by the middle of the day, I'm getting this back on track. I'm not going to end my day like this. It may have started this way, but I'm not going to let it end that way because things have a season. Everything has a place where it's supposed to be in your life or where things may not be going the way you want them to go. Seasons have the force to change our mood, to change our life. Because when something's not going good, it changes your whole mood. But even though that bad thing happened, it should still take the negative and turn it into positive. It changed my mood, but I'm going to switch it back because that was just a season right there. I don't have to let that stop me or keep me in that place, or I don't have to feel like that always. So it's a season. It's a season. Just like we say that summer, spring, winter, and fall, those are all seasons. And they say that in particular time the rain falls, we have more rain, but that's so things could grow. Even in your life, you may have things may be going a different way or falling different, but remember that when the water comes, things grow. So sometimes seasons and trials and different tribulations come to help you grow. They don't come to stop you. It may be uncomfortable, but it comes to help you grow, not to make you feel bad or fall back, but you have to look at it. It always changes. The seasons are always changing. So that's just like life. It changes from day to day. It's always changing. It's always changing. It never stays the same. What it was yesterday may not be what it is today. And what it is tomorrow may not be what it was yesterday because things change. So we talking about season and changes. See, sometimes change is just something doing something differently. It's not the same. You looking at it differently. You change your state of mind. You change your approach on it. So however it comes, maybe you need to take a step back and say, let me change the way I think about this, or let me change how I look at this. It may not be as bad as you think it is. When you step back, take a look and say, let me look at it differently, or let me change my perspective on this. It may not be that way. It just may appear that way. And that's what seasons and changes are. Change makes a difference or alters your mood. That's what changes does. It can change your perspective. It can alter your mood just like seasons. Sometimes we talk about change, but we have to be the change. The change that you're so desperately looking for sometimes, you the change. It has to start with you. So you may come in it one way, but like I said, if you go back and say, let me change my perspective or let me change my way of thinking about it, because the way I perceived it might not be actually what it is. Let me change this. Let me stop, take a moment, go back, breathe, change it, take a different approach, take a different look, because sometimes what we see may not be exactly what it is. Because I've always said that when you're in your feelings, you can't see real stuff anyway. When you're in your feelings, you're just mad or upset, or you can't really make an intelligent decision. You can't really see it when you're in your feelings. You can't really handle it when you're in your feelings. So when you're in your feelings, you need to stop for a moment, think, breathe, and then go back and look at it. So you may be in that season right now where it's gonna be like, okay, I've got to go in here every day. I know this ain't really what I want to do right now, or I don't like how stuff is going right now, but I'm going to change my mindset, or I'm going to change how I speak about that thing. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to take this and let it work for my good. I'm not going to let it affect my outcome or affect my day, because I already know what it is, but I'm going to change it. See, when you begin to speak things into the atmosphere, it catches. So what you speak can determine the outcome already. So you have to understand that you hold the power for the change. That was good. I like that myself. You hold the power for the change. The power to change it is within you. You can change the whole dynamics of it. Just how you speak, how you act, and how you think. If you're going into, for an example, if you're going into a place of work, or you're going into school and you already know that there's a problem between you and somebody. But if you go in with a nasty attitude, they already got an, I don't care. She don't like me no way. But no, I'm going in here today. I don't understand why, but I'm going to make this work for me. I'm going to make it work for me because I hold the power to change the situation. She may have a nasty attitude, but I'm not going to approach her with a nasty attitude. Hey, how are you today? It can switch the whole thing around because you hold the power to the change. So you hold the power to change the situation. You hold the power to change the season. If it's bad, it's been bad for a while, change it. Change it. If you're not comfortable with it, change it. You don't like it, change it. You hold the power to change it. It's up to you to change it. Can't nobody else change it but you. Like we said, you take the trauma and let it push you into your purpose. Can't nobody change that but you. Can't nobody change it. Can't nobody make you deal with it but you. You've got to be willing to deal with it, to change it, so it won't affect you the same way the next time, because you hold all of the power. You have everything you need to change the situation within you. You have all things needed. You hold the power. You hold the key. We say that there's power in this. There is power in this. What you speak is what's going to be. So if you always negative, then it's going to always be negative. But if you go in positive and keep being positive, before you look, before you can turn around, sometimes that thing done already switched around. And sometimes you be like, wow, when did that change? Because you kept speaking it. You had the power to change it. You had the power. You hold the power to change the situation. And that's in anything in life. You hold the power to change it. It's up to you to change it. That's what change is, changing the direction of something. It started this way, but I'm going to change it because I need it to go this way. I need this to work for me. So I'm going to change how I look at it. See, you can't control nobody else but yourself. The only person that you can control is you. You can control you. You can't control how nobody else think or what nobody else do, but you can control how you think, you can control what you speak, and you can control how you act. So that's your key right there. That's your dynamics. That's what you need to do. Sometimes you can't focus on everybody else. Yeah, they may be acting, got a little funky attitude, but that's, you go ahead. That's how they act. That's not gonna make me act like that because I hold the key. I'm the power. I got the power. I have the power. Spike Lee said, I got the power. I got the power. The power is within me, and I'm going to speak those things not as though they were. So when I begin to speak it every day, it's got to happen because I spoke it every day. Sometimes you may have to speak it for 2-3 weeks, but after you get through speaking and you look around, it done changed because you spoke it into existence. So sometimes you have to be the change that you desperately need or that you're desperately seeking. So I want change. So first, I'm going to start change within me. If I want the change should start in you first. If you're looking for change should start with you first because it becomes contagious. It's got to work on the outside and come out, work on the inside and work its way out to the outside. And then when it starts to spread, you look around, oh, I caused that. You change the whole atmosphere in your office, or you can change the whole atmosphere at your house because you've changed and you begin to speak change. That season's changed. You look around, oh, it's not like that anymore because you done changed it. You changed. When you change, the atmosphere have to change. Things around you have to change because you've changed. You've become the change. And that's the best part of it. You have become the change. I'm the change. I'm a change. That's right, Charity. I'm going to change. That's the game changer right there. That's the game changer. It is. When you change your way of thinking and how you look at things and begin to speak things differently, you'll get a different outcome. But if you always negative, don't work well with others, things are never going to change for you. Sometimes you have to take a look at the woman in the mirror or the man in the mirror and see, okay, I'm going to exclude everybody else from this. I'm just going to look at me. I'm going to look at Peaches now. Peaches, what's going on with you? If you always getting the same outcome everywhere you go, then you might need to be the change. See, that's what it says when you own your stuff. You got to own your stuff. You might have to go back in the mirror and say, oh, Lord, Peaches, what is you got going on? You done been through this before? What is it? Is it something, that Peaches got going on that you need to check yourself? Sometimes you got to check yourself. So you can be the change that you're looking for. And when you change, things around you will begin to change. You can't always be the same person. Sometimes the change really do have to come from you. You can't always point your finger at somebody else. Sometimes the change really have to come from you. Sometimes you just have to take a loss for yourself. For yourself, you got to take a L for yourself. If you want peace, sometimes you got to take a L for yourself. You want things to change, sometimes you got to take an L for yourself. And when I say for yourself, that means I'm taking the loss. I'm taking the L. Even though I may not, every time it may not be you, but you still sometimes got to say, I'm going to take a loss because I want some peace. I'm just going to be like, okay, how you doing? I'm going to change this for you. So you're going to change their attitude by how you act to their attitude. Y'all didn't catch that. So you're going to change their attitude, how you react to their attitude. So they got a nasty attitude, but you don't have to react to that nasty attitude. So you're going to change their attitude, how you act or react to their attitude. So however you react to a situation, sometimes determine the outcome of the situation. That's right. Sometimes it's okay to lose to win. That's it. If I got to take a loss to win, Charity, I'll take a loss. If you got to take a loss, if the outcome is that you win from taking that one loss, sometimes it's okay to take that L so you can take that W. So if that means I got to take that L to get the big W, well, go ahead. I'll lose every time just to take that big W. If the outcome is I win. And then I look at it like this. It's not just about me, but everybody connected to me. So if I win, everybody connected to me got to win. That's how I look at it. So that's how you have to look at it sometimes too. So sometimes when you take a loss, it's not just about you, but the win is going to be for everybody else. Changing my reaction, yes, that change. You change your reaction. That's right, sister. Change your reaction. We all win. One win. If we in this thing together, when one win, we all win. And that's what it should be about. It should be about being my sister's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. Because when I win, my sisters win. And I remember we did a thing probably about 2 years ago called I Am My Sister's Keeper. So when we as African American women or all race of women, when we can come together and say, when I win, we win, that's a good thing. We win together. The big win. That's right. The biggest win of all time. When we can all come together as one and say, that's my sister. It doesn't matter what she got. She's still my sister. When she win, I win. When I win, she win. That's how we're going to get somewhere now, because we have to connect with each other. Then we begin to do all of these things to help ourselves be better. Then we can attract better people, because, broken people attract broken people. That's why I say you got to deal to heal, because whatever state you're in, that's what you attract. People don't believe that, but it's true. Whatever state of mind that you're in, that's what you attract. If you're trying to figure out why I keep attracting the same kind of man or the same kind of woman, look at your state of mind. Change your state of mind and you can change your whole world. Change how you look at things. Change how you feel or how you see things. You want different, change it. And I love to say that, deal to heal, yes. But if you begin to change your state of mind, you can change your whole circumstance and your whole outcome. Everything. You can change it. Change your state of mind and your life will change. Change how you look at things and things will change. And things will begin to change. You have to have that state of mind to say what it was back then is not what it is now. What held me back then is not holding me now, because I'm learning to deal to heal, and I'm dealing with my trauma. I'm owning my stuff so I can heal and become a better person, so I can be better for the people around me. But until you do those things, you are not. You're just, I like to say you're living. You're not living. You're just going through the motions, because you never really dealt with your stuff so you could begin to heal. You've allowed your trauma to keep you stuck. So until you deal with those things, you can't get any further. You stay stuck in that place. You stay stuck, and somebody's texting me saying they can't find me. So Angelia, go to Facebook Live. I'm on Facebook Live. So I hope she see that. So and I gotta say this, I'm thankful for this platform and the opportunity and the people that are coming on with me. I really am grateful for that, because it means a lot when we can come together as sisters and talk about certain things. And some of us have not had it easy. Some of us have had some hard times coming up, and some of us are still in some hard times. So there's nothing wrong with talking about it or coming together to discuss it or any of that thing. Sometimes it's better when you can discuss it. I don't like the old philosophy of what's done in that house stays in that house. No. If you need to go lay on somebody's couch, you go lay on somebody's couch. Or if you need to talk to somebody, you talk to somebody till you get it out. That's what I mean when I say deal to heal. So if you ain't dealt with it, how you gonna heal from it? So you keep brushing over it, or you keep sweeping it over into a corner, but you're not dealing with it. So you can't heal until you deal. And trauma, I'm quite sure probably every woman on this chat right here done had a trauma in her life. But you got to allow that trauma to push you into your purpose. Then you can see about those seasons and begin to change those things so it won't be like that. You have to look at, especially if you have children, especially if you have daughters, because children are what they see. We can tell them all day, don't do that. I want you better than mom, but they're going to do what they see. So what they see you do is what they're going to do. Even as they grow into, adulthood, you can say, okay, I went through this, but I never wanted that for you. I always told you don't do it that way. But what did you show them? They never going to listen when you tell them don't do it that way, because they seen you do it that way. And I'll never forget when God showed me that. It was one day at my mom's house, and Kim was going on about something, and I was saying, no, 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 no. And the Lord stopped me right in my tracks and said, why you hollering at her? That's exactly how you was. She doing what she seen you do. So then I had to stop that and rethink that and reevaluate that, because sometimes you have to take a look at yourself and see, Wow, I did that. I really did that. Then I had to go back and try to fix it because I had done it. So you have to own it. I owned it. I did it. So I had to own it. So when you do something, sometimes you own your stuff. Whatever your stuff is, own it. That's right. And don't let anybody make you feel like something's wrong. You know, I say this again. It's okay to speak your truth. Now, my husband taught me that. It's okay to speak your truth. Speak your truth in love, but it's okay to speak it. Everybody has their truth. Everybody's entitled to their truth. I say there's the truth, then it's the truth because they have their truth, you have your truth, and then it's the truth. But we're all entitled to the truth. That's right, accountability. You hold yourself accountable for what you've done. So you've got to acknowledge that. But then when you come to the point where you're trying to heal and you need to speak your truth, you speak it. Don't hold it anymore. You got to speak it. They may not accept it, but it's your truth and you have a right to speak it. So you speak it. Don't hold it. That's the bad thing to do, to hold it. And then when it all gets in there and it explodes and everybody's like, what the world happened to her? Because she never spoke her truth or he never spoke his truth. Because after a while, all of that is going to become a ticking time bomb. And when it begin to blow, it's going to blow because you never spoke your truth. You never dealt with it. You've never dealt with that trauma. So now it's at a place where you just explode and everybody's like, what the world happened? What's going on? Did you see what she did, girl? And they calling and telling everybody when they should have been somewhere saying, baby, come on, we need to get you somewhere so you can speak your truth instead of calling and telling everybody. Now that's where we make the biggest mistake at. So instead of talking about them, pray for them or be there for them. You know, everybody needs somebody. And I'm a firm believer in that. Everybody needs to have that person. You know, we got God, yes, and he's everywhere, but everybody needs that person that they trust no matter what, that they can talk to. And that's going to be honest with them. That's not going to sugarcoat and tell them when they're wrong. So again, you need somebody that's going to hold you accountable. I like that. Accountability. You need someone to hold you accountable for your mess. Don't let you just be messy all the time. You need somebody to hold you accountable for your mess. So again, seasons and changes. It's a season. It won't last always. You will not always be down. You will not always be in this place. It's a season. We all have them. We all have seasons. We all have been through those seasons. But then it changes. Life never stays the same. That's right, Keisha, me and Lynette. But we all need those people. We all need that person that we can go to that's going to tell us the truth, that's not scared to tell us the truth. I don't want nobody to be scared of me. I want you to tell me the truth. Well, Peaches, you know that wasn't right. You were running your mouth and you didn't know what you were talking about. Tell me the truth because I'm going to tell you the truth. So I expect you need that person that's going to always tell you the truth. Yes, tell you the truth. Accountability. Charity said, slide over Lynette. LOL. Oh, Lord. That's a good one, Charity. That's a good one. But I do, and I enjoy talking to you guys. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to own my stuff. At first, I was a little nervous about doing this because I'd rather work behind the scenes. But God knows what's needed. And I thank everyone for pushing me, my team that pushes me. And I love to say my team because I love my S.O.P youth team. I love you guys. Y'all rock. I thank y'all for all that you do. And I'm excited to see what's next. And thank y'all for tuning in to Tidbits with Peaches. S.O.P, we on the move. So, same back channel, same back time. Wait, before I go, I got to say this. It was a girl that used to work with me at Daymart. And whenever we closed together, it was like on Thursday nights and we would stay to 8. And before we got ready to go, she said, Pinky, what we going to do tomorrow? And I look at her and say, same thing we did today, take over the world. So S.O.P, let's take over the world. Let's take over the world. I love you too, Juicy. I love you all. And I will see you all next Thursday at 6 o'clock. And if there's anything you ever want to talk about that I don't hit, you can always send me a message on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I have TikTok and I don't know. They be saying DM. Y'all know I'm old, so I don't know what none of that stuff is. But I do have those things. Uh, um, and you can always go to S.O.P. Presents Trinity with Coaching and send me your questions or anything you would love for us to talk about. I love you too, Ann. Thank you for always supporting me. Um, love you too, Kim. And Jessica just sent me that thing to show me that. So if you want any topic you want me to discuss or any question you may have, you can always send it to S.O.P. Presents Trinity Coaching. So, and Facebook and YouTube. Thank you, Evan. I love you, Katrina. I thank you all. And again, I'll see you all next Thursday. Y'all have an awesome weekend. And SOP, I'll see y'all Sunday.